being the grade 12 UMS representative is something that parang napakalalim niya for me. It's something that's beyond just serving others. It's very personal, especially how you're representing the interests of the people that you are alike with. Especially ang humanities, no? Ang humanities kasi parang nakikita mga humanities bilang mga palaban, bilang mga tao na may pananaw kumbaga sa ating bansa. And it's very important for me that this is the people that I am serving, for the very reason that I am able to share my interests with them, and sila napapalalim nila, natutulungan rin nila ako, di ba, in serving the whole student body, especially the Lasallian community.
For me, it's actually very hard kasi you have 14 blocks that would depend on you, but as well, happy, super enjoyable kasi every time that we meet up, there's always that excitement na, oh, yes, alam ko may maririnig na naman akong bago, and whether it be something na disappointing or not, it's still going to improve the council as a whole.
At first, it was very pressuring since your strandmates expect a lot from you, like to have more strand events or to improve the strand unity, of course. But as the term goes on, or the days goes by, na i-improve ko rin naman sarili ko to become a better leader for them, that step by step na gagawa ko na ma-unite lahat. Like, hindi muna as a strand, but within their class. And I always advise the block presidents as well on how they would do their jobs, and that I will always be there for them.
Or I've never been part of a very active student council, so I've got to learn a lot more new things, and I've become friends with a lot of people.
It's not that stressful compared to other representative kasi konti lang yung meron sa section namin, and it's fun naman kasi nakiki-cooperate agad sila sa akin.
So, ako, as a student leader and a student, binabalance ko lang talaga lahat. As in, I'm that type of person na hindi talaga ako makapakali. So, whenever I do my academic requirements, yung first half lang muna, and then, gagawin ko na yung gawain ko in the council, and then babalik na naman ako sa requirements ko, and back naman sa gawain sa council because dyan ako comfortable and gumagana naman siya for me.
Manage my SE time because the work that the SE gives to me, I usually finish it as soon as possible, and I don't put it off to later date.
Wala naman akong problema sa time management ko kasi I always make myself free pagka may mga responsibilities ako na kailangan ko.
Para sa akin, it was more of very difficult, very challenging, but I chose to push through with the demands of being a council member kasi alam ko naman na when you get into something, you have to understand na may mga ibang priorities na kailangan parang ma-leave mo muna for a while. And then, after that, catch up ka, galingan mo, bumawi ka, pero never, ever take for granted na ACADS mo nandyan lang. Always balance, but then, days will come na you'll have to choose.
Quite frankly, napakarami kong ginagawa sa buhay, no? I'm not just a member of the student council, and aside from being a student, I've been part of other organizations as well. And it's really hard to manage time, but for me, ang pinapriority ko talaga is those people that I serve. So, ayun, yung napakahalaga for me is, of course, aside from academics, when there are things that I need to urgently respond to, especially when it comes to my constituents, to the humanities, no, I promptly respond and I give my time and energy, work to the humanities, to the strand that I serve.
Responsibility for me is a blessing because a lot of people are counting on the people that is responsible for something. It is also a blessing because maraming opportunities yung open if you take a responsibility.
Passion, yung word na di-describe ko about dun sa responsibility. Kasi dun sa ginagawa, yung kasi yung passion na meron ako, yung pagtulong dun sa student body.
The student body and the Lasallian community will expect the same from me na I'm always there to respond to their needs, to their questions. However, hindi lang ako magsisettle for that. I will also improve myself, that I will also adjust to their needs.
Sobrang daming projects. Like, saksakan ng dami. Like, sunod-sunod siya. And although it really is going to be stressful. The fact na each project has a different parang advocacy, that's something to really look forward to. Like, for example, there are projects this time around that we want to parang establish for the first time. And that in itself is something that the senior high school students should look forward to because for the first time, we're bringing something to them that they haven't experienced yet. And we want to make sure na kahit dun sa mga projects na usually annually naman siya nangyayari, we're going to present something that would make them feel more involved as students. Hindi yung tipong we made projects just for the sake of saying that, oh, this is what this council did for this year. What we want to parang make sure of is that this time around, not only will the students enjoy from it, but they will learn something from it and they will actually be grateful that, oh, wow, this is not a waste of money, this is not a waste of time. I'm actually very grateful that I'm in here and I experienced this.
For me, I can assure the student body and the people, my constituencies no, sa humanities that I will further push forth yung ating parang pagkakaroon ng social awareness, especially in our country and not only inside the humanities, no, pero sa buong student body and inside the student council. In the current political climate, in our current social climate, where there are lots of things that are happening in our country, it is essential that we, na makialam tayo. We start investigating things and speaking out when there is a need for this. So in the coming months, I can assure them that we will have these platforms inside the council. We will work together in the council to bring this not only to the humanities community but also to the Lasallian student bodies. Ang first project ko is our first project that I have encountered was the D-ship, no. Napakahirap niya, especially how ang onti lang ng tao in the council, di ba? Pero it shows that it will test not only your patience but your passion in serving others. And yun yung mahalaga na parang during that time you realize kung gaano kahirap yung mga ginagawa mo and overcoming those, no. Parang it proves na you can be resilient, no. No matter kung isa ka man, no, sa council or marami kayo, dapat na pinahalagahan mo not only your position but what you can do inside the council.
That is Retrovy. Masaya siya, to be honest, kasi during that time, it was the first main project ever. Pero, alam mo yung nagkakakilala pa lang yung council. So like, nagbabond kayo habang ginagawa niyo yun. Masasabi ko medyo stressful din siya sa aming lahat. Kasi, parang the new council members did not have enough time to like breathe in and enjoy the fact that, oh right, we're newly elected members of the council. I think we should celebrate first, ganito ganyan. Wala nang ganon. When they got in, sabak kami kagad. Because we wanted to make sure na after campaign, after the elections, the student body would see that even though we had little time to get to know each other, our first project was strongly grounded.
Yung problems na encounter namin in the council, we always deal it through communication. Constant communication and understanding lang talaga. Whatever happens, yun lang talaga. Laging kailangan namin maging transparent sa isa't isa so that we could deal with the problems.
Think of game plans. For example, if this certain thing happens, what's your game plan? What's the council's game plan? What do you want to do when this certain problem arises? So, from that point on, parang we made a promise na wag tayong na matitibag kagad. We should always parang talk to each other first, deal with the problem, and never parang put it aside if hindi pa siya solved, and then move on to the next project.
Of course, si Sir Red, he's always there to guide us. He's always there to make sure that we are doing our responsibilities, our tasks, our obligations. And he always makes us remember kung bakit kami nandito in the first place.
As I've mentioned before, I think that communication, I think we need to improve on communication, especially with the student body, because we like to avoid letting the student body be misinformed as much as possible.
2 things. Siguro yung communication skills namin, tsaka yung coordination namin. Kasi there are times na, of course, you can't really expect na all the meetings that you hold, lahat ng council nandun. So it's very difficult na you pass on information from being there, witnessing the meeting, to someone who wasn't there. Kasi there are times na baka mamaya may miscommunication kayo, magkaroon ng misunderstanding na, ito kasi naintindihan ko, pero ito pala dapat yon.
Yung best part for me is the satisfaction that I feel whenever I help other people. Whenever natutuwa sila sa event na ganito, ganyan. Yung worst part naman siguro is sa council lahat nabablame yung lahat ng problems na nangyayari sa school. Mapa-academics council pa rin, mapa-student activities council pa rin. So, yun lang. Pero hindi naman namin dinidibdib kasi alam naman namin kung ano talaga yung nangyayari within the council and outside.
I think it's the fact that I get to be able to express my skills and my capabilities, because I always like to help other people as much as I can. So I think it's very fulfilling for me if I get to be able to help either my council members or the student body.
How do you help them? Can you give us an example?
Usually it's when they're having difficulty with something like art-related, like the publicity materials, or if they need someone who knows more about the arts than they do, to critique something that's art-related, like let's say the requirements for student committee applications for graphic designer, and they're asking, before they'd ask me like what should the requirements be, what should the questions that are asked to the interviews be. So they come to me for that, and I'm always very thankful that they ask me for that. It's also the communication and meeting new people. I think that's for me, that's the best and worst part, because on the negative side, I'm not an extrovert, so it's hard for me to talk to a lot of people. So at the start of my term, let's say, it was hard for me to talk and exert my leadership skills.
I will always remind myself na there are people who believe in me, and I should too. I should believe in myself too. And what keeps me going is the happiness that I give to people, to the students I help. Because their phrase or word or sentence na sinasabi na thank you, Jo, thank you, Ate Jo, makes my heart melt. Yeah.
At the very beginning, before I even started my campaign, I knew that knowing na parang, okay, Chloe, that's challenging. You have 14 blocks na, nako Chloe, may ganitong problema. Nako Chloe, gusto namin ng ganito. Chloe, gusto namin ng ganyan. For other people, it would be really stressful knowing na, oh my God, Chloe, ang daming may gustong mangyari sa projects ninyo. Para sa akin, hindi. For me, I take it on a different light. Kasi, for me, the more you get to know the opinions of other people, the more you're willing to create or like parang fulfill various platforms for all of them. Kasi once they're able to see na you tried your best in parang allowing all of their opinions to be submerged into one really big idea, it's parang you're already happy that they're happy. Na parang sinasabi mo na kahit ang daming paghihirap ng mga strand reps, parang knowing na that there's specific strand, the strand that they're helping out is actually benefiting and is actually happy with the projects that we're making, that's the most satisfying part already. That's the drive that keeps me going.
Quite frankly, I don't really want to make a name, you know. Parang, what's important is you're serving others with your full time and energy. And parang kung maalala ka man ng tao or hindi, that's not important. What's important is that you have served the people and you have fulfilled what they want, their demands, no, what they advocate for. And if you fulfill that, I'm happy, whether magkaroon man ako ng pangalan or hindi.
How would you want your council to be remembered by the LaSalle?
I want them to remember me as someone who's passionate about my work.
Want to be remembered as the kind of leader who's very resilient and adaptive. Tipong to the point na, alam mo, ang hirap kasi 14 blocks ka, diba? So parang ang heavy na, ay naku, ang dami mong kailangan isipin na si gantong president, medyo ganito yan. Si gantong president, medyo ganito yan. So of course, you have to make sure na whatever they say, you're going to properly reiterate to them na hindi kasi Superman. You will be your honest self, you will be your true self, you will tell them that you will try your best, but you won't make promises that you can't achieve for them.
I want them to remember me or my leadership in a way that ako yung taong nagre-respond kahit marami akong ginagawa. Lagi akong nagbibigay ng oras para kanino, kahit kanino. Even if busy ako, even if hating gabi na, I will always give time to them to just address their needs. Kasi para sa akin, they are the most important, they are my priority, yun na lang.
I want them to remember us council na hardworking and parang laging open dun sa iba, na willing kami makinig at tumulong dun sa mga problema na meron sila.
For me, ang masasabi ko sa student body is magkaisa tayo and let's pursue what's for the betterment not only of the Lasallian community but of that of the whole society. And kapag tayo ay may nakikitang pagkakamali in the council, in the administration, or in the whole country, let's not be afraid to speak out. As speaking out, our voice, no, will lead us to a better place, no? Kapag tayo ay nagsasalita, ma-uphold natin yung democracy. And democracy is such an important thing in our country as it upholds our rights, no, and our freedom, not only as students, but as Filipino citizens as well. Thank you.
The council who, despite a lot of people are actually very vocal na parang may kulang pa sa amin, there are things that we really still need to improve on. We made it a point for us to not break down individually na hindi kami magkakasama. Break down together. Break down together in the sense na after breaking down, pagkatapos nun, we stood up again and we said, alam mo, okay, fine. Give me your best shot. We're stronger because we're together in this, and we're not doing this because of our own selfish reasons. We're doing this because we know that in the end, it's not just us who's gonna benefit. It's for the common good. And that common good is, as hard as it is to say, it's also for the people who have a lot of things to say about us that are negative. So, I want us to be remembered as people who are not just parang hindi lang yung tipong, oh, wow, amazing, nagawa nila yon. Hindi. Aside from the fact na we're making projects for them, I want for them to make sure na alam nila na kahit anong tinapon nila sa amin, we made sure na we came out stronger. Na at the end of the school year, every single project that we make for you, despite whatever you have to say, it still came out good. It still came out because all of our individual efforts paid off. All of the 16 individual efforts paid off.